If I ordered 500, it's going to be the same initial cost as if I did 100. You don't get a break if I ordered 100 or 200 or 300.
I mean, you can become a millionaire overnight, but timber is a long process.
But they do that.
How many years for that tree to grow?
No, for cherry bark. Oh, that cherry bark, now, by me in the hardwood, it's going to be 50 years.
Well, I have a soil that doesn't function like that, but you can make it do by how you go about managing that soil. And organic matter is just basically any living material that has died and started to decay in that soil, whether it be an animal or even when you did no-till, that corn stubble.
There, and if that person, they have sometimes 3 or 4 that's assigned throughout the state. With Georgia, y'all have 167, how many towns is it? 159 counties. So they probably have about 8-9 individuals over 159 counties that does that in the state of Georgia, because we have about 3 or 4 here in the state of Mississippi.
New Orleans East, you've got all of these recreational boats that's sitting up there that were taken fresh. They haven't auctioned one of them long. But the commercial boats, they're picking them up, they're ready to auction them off tomorrow morning. But yet New Orleans East,
they're holding all of those boats.
That's right.
Yeah.
New Orleans East, they're not even bothering
the
them. They have all of these boats are still sitting there where they were after Katrina. They didn't pick not one of them up because they're all big yachts and pleasure. The insurance companies and the big people own them. But yet you'll come down here and take a man's livelihood and auction it off tomorrow. For what reason? You know. So that's what went on. Even the LRA was shocked. They was told. Guys sitting there, he said, "You mean to tell me this is what I got this notice for? To come to our auction or bid on a fisherman's boat?" He was shocked. So they immediately called the governor trying to get something done, but they just delayed and they come right back. So now we have to get the attorneys together and try to do things like that. That's what's going on. My boat is still on land. Correct. And we're with South Plaquemine United Fisheries Cooperative. And we're going to bring you a presentation about some of our problems with Katrina. Of course, you know, destroyed that area and the work we've been doing. And before I go any further, I want you to thank Southern Echo, because we have a situation down there where, despite all the millions you've heard on TV going into Louisiana, well, I can assure you, the fishermen, the common fishermen on those bayous, on the east bank of Plaquemine Parish and some on the west bank, the first funds that they have ever received came from Southern Echo.
And if you look at kind of what our title is, it says creating a path of hope and agricultural practice. First of all, we'd like to thank Southern Echo for the support they gave us in receiving this grant. This grant is designed to help people of color do some things, and we're proud of that. We want to establish something. One of the things that our cooperative has done is purchase 25.6 acres of land. And what we want to do is build some things on that land for people of color. We want to make sure that we have a meeting place and be able to do things with our youth. We're in a real rural community, and just not anything out there. We got one little old country store out there. So what we're trying to do is improve things out in that area. But when we talk about creating a path of hope and agricultural practices, some of the key things we're concerned about is ownership of property.
But one of the things we do, we're a community development corporation. So our focus is affordable housing. And we're doing a variety of things which are geared around asset building and wealth creation.
So we drilled a well to also irrigate our crops that we have on our 10 acres. We will be putting up, God willing, high tunnels. How many of y'all familiar with high tunnels? High tunnels remind you of greenhouses. The hoop houses, they have a wooden frame at the bottom, and then there's like PVC frames and then plastic around it. Now, what high tunnels allow you to do is you can grow vegetables, say for instance, in the wintertime that you cannot grow in the spring.
Investigate and uncover the barriers that are preventing young people from participating in community issues, period. As you know, the Black Belt area or the South is home to high levels of unemployment. Our county has about a 10% unemployment rate, and this doesn't even count the people that are underemployed or discouraged workers. And when we look at the self-sufficiency standards in our county that show what a family should be earning on an hourly rate, it shows that a family with one adult, an infant, a preschooler, and a school age, a family with 4 people should be earning about $13.45 an hour as an hourly wage, but most of the people in our community only earn about $10 an hour. So there are a lot of economic hardship issues, and of course these issues end up overflowing into, affecting the young people as well. So the program was established to try to really work with young people and to help them. For me personally, college is a very important thing, so I'm always talking to them about trying to make it into college. Some of the young people that we're working with are probably, well, our intern is a first-generation college person, and she's sitting in the back. And then some of these other young people may be also the first-time college entry. So that's my main focus. And then, of course, we're trying to teach them about the community that they're from, the agricultural community. Everybody that worked in the program this year said that they really don't want to get into farming. So I don't know whether that's an accomplishment or a problem, but at least I think it was very successful because they were exposed, and I think they did very well this year. So Wendell and I are just going to go through this presentation to just show you some of the work that we did this year.
I'm thankful to Southern Echo because one of the things nobody noted, but I was very impressed with Southern Echo's request for proposal process and how quick we got money in hand. So I know they understand the situation that struggling nonprofits and community organizations are dealing with when they respond to your needs so quickly. Because getting the money in hand so that we could start projects was very important in our situation, and I thank them for understanding that and working with us in it.
I'd like to also extend some comments of what Velma just repeated about. This has been a very unique part of the process for me, working with African American led initiative such as Southern Echo. I've been doing this for about 8-9 years, and it's been very gratitude to see a different type of initiative such as what they've taken on, but also the process, just in the RFP that was sent out, the process of getting the money. Most of our grants are half, you get half up front and half another 6 months after progress, but they chose to give all of the money at once. And that's huge for groups trying to sustain themselves, trying to do the work in their local communities. It's huge on planning. It's huge on success, getting projects started and just being able to reach more people. So I commend them for taking that route on and helping groups that are in this room.